All right, Busola Akinyemi is a football intermediary. He joins the program live from London at this time. Busola, glad to have you on the program today. Let me start by asking you, Chelsea's win over Wolves underscores or perhaps suggests that the Blues ain't backing down in their push for a top four finish, and that makes the challenge 4 places even tougher this season.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very good game for Chelsea yesterday. They won 3-1 against Wolves at Stamford Bridge. This is Chelsea's first win in the last 6 games in the Premier League, so it was a win that was timely. I think I was impressed by Trevor Chalobah. He was recalled from Crystal Palace. We recalled what happened to him at the start of the season, where Chelsea said they didn't want him. It was to be sold, and he went on to Crystal Palace. But Chelsea has suffered a dip in form, and a lot of their defenders have injured. Disasi also wants to go, so he was recalled back from Crystal Palace, and in his first game, he had a very, very, very good game. So I think Chelsea is back in terms of fighting for the top 4. They are now 4 points behind Nottingham Forest and 4 points behind Arsenal. They've got 40 points, and I think it's going to be a very, very tough Premier League race for Champions League, because everyone wants to have a few weeks.
All right, Busola, there are suggestions that Chelsea's depth may be, their depth in squad may be their strength.
They'll qualify for Champions League, and with that in mind, I think they can build on that and hopefully win the next few games and get better in the table.
Well, everyone says the title this season is on Liverpool's table. That if they want it, they can take it because they have a huge advantage. But how do you see the top 4 race shaping up with the likes of Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, you just mentioned, Manchester City, and even Newcastle all in the mix?
Yeah, I think the one to watch out for is Man City, because Man City, they are a team that they tend to play very well in the second half of the season. If you recall what happened last season, where Arsenal was probably being touted to win the league in January, but Man City came back in February and they started winning all games. So I think one to watch out for in the Premier League is going to be Man City, because...
All right, let's talk about some of the transfers ongoing with English teams. Premier League champions, Manchester City, you just mentioned. We understand that they have made a second signing in 48 hours. City have completed the signing of Brazilian teenager Victor Reis from Palmeiras for approximately £30 million. Just less than 48 hours after they signed Abdul Qadir Kushinov from Lens. Now, the English champions are still expected to make a final move as they are looking to bring in Omar Mamouche from Frankfurt in a triple swoop. Busola, City are ransacking other cities for talents.
When you look at their strategy of signing players, I think they want to get the young talents from Brazil. Reis is 19 years old. He plays for Palmeiras. I was looking at his video this morning, and I saw a player that is very good on the ground. He's a ball-playing defender, also very good in terms of launching attack from the back. And I think these are players that City needs, because Ruben Dias and co, they are getting to that age that they might not be able to cope with the physicality of the Premier League. And City now, they're having a strategy of investing in young players. We saw that they bought Savio, although Savio was already in Spain already when they bought him, also a young Brazilian talent at 22. And we also saw how Savio has been able to adapt to the Premier League. So I like the strategy. I like the fact that they are bringing these young players. They might buy them, send them back on loan to their club, or even send them to a team in France. The City Group, they have about 8 teams already in Europe and around the world. So these players will definitely move somewhere, get playing time for a year, and they will come back to the Premier League better. It's a good thing. They mean business. They know results have not been going their way, and they are really ready to bring in these players that would help them, hopefully, for next season. And Omar Mamouche, very, very good player from Eintracht Frankfurt, 25-year-old Egyptian, is known as the next Egyptian Salah. We have to see how he's going to cope in the Premier League. We also know that Alan has also signed a 9-year contract. So I think City will be a team to watch out for next season.
All right, Busola, I want to put you on the spot. I want to ask a question that will put you on the spot. And I'll do so just after we pay some bills. We'll be right back.
TVC Sport Desk. Imagine lovely meals you can cook with these ingredients. You spend heavily, but no guarantee of a tasty meal. Not making a right choice of seasoning cube can ruin your meal, money, and confidence. For a tasty meal, do not compromise. Choose Gold.
Use Terra Gold for the rich, consistent taste your loved ones crave for. Good for soups, stews, and jollof. Terra Gold. One cube, endless possibilities.
The world needs mums. With a splash of golden Terra oil, a mum can transform a frown into a smile. Change no thanks into yes please. Resolve family feuds without blowing a whistle. Providing tasty family meals is all that matters. Where there are moms, there is love. Golden Terra oil for pure love.
TVC Sport Desk. TVC Sport Desk.
All right, Busola is still very much on the program. Busola, before I let you go, I want to get your thoughts. At the end of the ongoing Premier League season in May, who will be your top 4 teams? Who do you think will finish in the top 4? Many say Liverpool will emerge champions, but we've seen situations where I'll take Arsenal for instance. There was a particular season, I think 2 seasons ago, Arsenal had about 9 to 10 points lead. They were usurped in the end, and they lost that title to Manchester City. Now, who will win the Premier League title in May, and who will be your top 5 teams? Quickly.
So for the top 4 teams, I would go with Liverpool to win the league, Arsenal to come second, Man City to come third, and Chelsea to come fourth.
All right. We have this program recorded. We'll play this back in May. And we'll get to feel your thoughts again. All right. Thank you so much, Busola, for your time on the program.
Thank you.
I really do
Always
appreciate it.
to be on TVC Sports.
Absolutely.
Have a good day. Take care.